Hello and welcome to the Shy Life Podcast, episode 8. This is probably our strangest episode yet. I don't think it bears description, so I won't. I'll just run the music and we'll just get on with it. Okay, let's do that. Right, well, I'm going to have a little chat with you just before we progress. This episode is probably the calm before the storm. There hasn't been a lot going on since I last spoke to you. I'm recording this on Monday the 4th of July, but it won't be edited and put together for another week or two. But on Friday the 8th of July, I have my show at the Poetry Cafe, and I shall hopefully, as long as that all goes to pass, I shall be recording a whole show there. And immediately afterwards, I'm going back to my hometown and we'll be seeing friends and family and hopefully recording with them. Following that, I'm hoping to see a number of different friends during July. I'm hoping to record a few interviews via Skype. I won't say who with at this very moment in case it doesn't happen. But so there's quite a lot that will be going on this month, and the very end of the month I shall be in Kent on holiday, and I've got plans for that as well. I've got a few more clips this episode from Sutton Park which I'd like to share with you, so do bear with me with those. And there are a number of other strange bits and pieces, but I don't want to give too much away. I think it's just best if we press on and see what we have in store. Okay, let's do that, shall we? Yes. Right, moving on.
Twinklehorn. Hello. Sorry, I'm a bit if you can. I'm a bit under the weather this week. I've been burning the candle at both ends. Yes. I got my fingers burnt. I'm trying to do too much, I think. Well, the thing is, I was contacted and I was asked if I could kind of join up all of my recent talents. Let me explain. So, I was asked by the people who do the Cat Hamlet thing. I was asked if I could be in Cat Othello, and they wanted me to play a forest in Cat Othello, and Cat Othello was been rejigged, so it was set in 1962. So I wasn't sure whether I was supposed to be doing me meows, or being a tree, or being 1962. I've done all three of them at different times, but never at the same time. I couldn't quite manage it. It made me very, very confused. I channeled what I need to channel for 1962, and I was doing me meows and waving my branches around, but it was hard and I couldn't keep it up. No, that's what the actress said to the bishop as well. No, he really did. Yeah, there was an actress. I saw her. Yes, I was working with her, in fact. Anyway, a bit noisy out there, just a minute. Yeah, so I was terribly confused. So I've taken a few days off to try and get my bearings and work out how I'm going to manage this. I think I'm going to have to disappoint them. I just don't think I can manage all three at once. Oh, well, I will try. But, anyway, I will say goodbye because I really need to catch up on my sleep. So, hopefully next time we speak to you, I'll have better news for you. And all this nasty, horrible situation will be resolved. Yes. Okay, well, this is Damius Twinklehorn signing off. Take care. Yes, take care.
Hello and welcome to Vinyl Vault. We've got a slightly shorter section this episode because lots of other things going on. So I've only got 3 albums, but they're 3 pretty good ones. Now, the first one is from, now what's the year? It is, it doesn't say, or does it? Oh God, that's really small writing. I think that says 1983. And let's see if you can guess this one. I better not say what that track, otherwise it gives away the title. But let's say that some of the other tracks on this album are Start of the Breakdown, The Prisoner, Change, Watch Me Bleed, Suffer the Children, Memories Fade, Ideas as Opiates, Pale Shelter, Mad World. Have you guessed yet? Yes, it's The Hurting by Tears for Fears, which I think is their first album. So yes, it has a little boy looking rather upset on the front cover. I think this is another of the albums that I got from the Magical Mystery record store that's long since been closed. But I used to have this on tape. Years ago I used to go and stay with my great aunt in Reading. She was my great aunt and a great aunt. She really was very good. Yes, anyway. I used to go to this old second-hand tape. I think it might have been vinyl as well, but I was more interested in buying tapes. If I saw a band I kind of knew of but didn't know that much about, it would be easy just to buy, a tape for £1 or £2, and I used to walk my way home with the tapes I bought, or back to my aunt's house anyway. And I'm pretty much sure I bought The Hurting then, in the late 80s or early 90s, a second-hand copy, so I knew I liked it. No harm in having it in different formats. I've had my record player. I used to have a record player. I've had a number of record players, to be honest, but I haven't had one that's been working for a while. But then last year, when I wasn't very well and off sick, I bought myself a new record player, so I've been playing my vinyl again and buying some new vinyl and buying some albums, like new copies. But most of the stuff I've been showing you has been my second-hand stuff. Right, well, the second album, it's one of those compilations. It's not a now album like we were looking at the other day. It's called Hits, 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 and I believe it is from 1981. Can't see it written on it, but I'm sure it is. If I had 3 hands and didn't have to hold the microphone and the album, I might take the record out and check. But no, I can see that most of these have copyright dates of 1981, and I also know from watching Top of the Pops, because I've just seen 1981 on Top of the Pops, and a lot of these are very familiar. Well, obviously they're familiar anyway, but they're familiar from that particular year. I'll go through what's on here. On side 1 we have It Must Be Love by Madness, The Lunatics Have Taken Over the Asylum by Funboy 3, Good Year for the Roses, Elvis Costello, I Go to Sleep, The Pretenders, Flashback, Imagination, Can't Help Myself, Lynx, Cruising the Streets, Boys Town Gang, Mirror Mirror Dollar, Falling in Love Again, Techno Twins, Throwing My Baby Out with the Bathwater, Tempo Tudor. And then on side 2 we have Good Morning Universe, Toya. I saw her performing that on Top of the Pops just the other day. Well, obviously it was just the other day I saw the episode from 1981. And then Don't You Want Me, which was number 1 at Christmas 1981. So yes, we've just gone into 1982 episodes of Top of the Pops. So there was a lot of Don't You Want Me by Human League towards the end of 1981. We also have Joan of Arc, Orchestral Manoeuvres in the Dark, I Muse, Modern Romance, Me and Mr. Sanchez, Blue Rondo a la Turk, A Wonderful Time Up There, Alvin Stardust, Vision of China, Japan, Sweating Bullets, Simple Minds, Love You Too Much, Greg Lake, Loud Music in Cars by Billy Bremner, and Hold Me by B.A. Robertson and Maggie Bell. I remember that on Top of the Pops. Yeah, I can't say I was a fan of that one, I'm very sorry. But no, sorry, I didn't enjoy that one. So, ending on, well, there are some good things on here, and there are some things that I'm not so keen on. Now, the third album, third and final this time, is a favourite album of mine, also from 1983. I'm pretty much sure that's the case. Yes, I believe so. Now let me read the tracks on this and see whether you guess. It's got The Seventh Stranger, Tiger Tiger, Shadows on Your Side, and Union of the Snake. That's the B-side. I've been reading it backwards so you wouldn't get you wouldn't guess. Have you guessed already? Let me read side A. Of Crime and Passion, I Take the Dice, I'm Looking for Cracks in the Pavement. That doesn't really help if you don't know. Okay, let's go for the final 2 tracks, or what's actually the first two tracks if I wasn't trying to be obscure. These were both singles. New Moon on Monday and the first track on the album, The Reflex. Come on, you've got to guess it by now. Yes, it's Duran Duran, Seven and the Ragged Tiger. I don't know where I got this copy from. It looks relatively good, in good nick. But, yes, this was the album after Rio and before Notorious. Well, this was their last proper album as a 5-piece. I'm a bit of a Duran Duran fan. I was buying their albums even when they weren't even probably being released in the UK for a while. But, yeah, they seem to be a bit more popular again in the last few albums, so there's no difficulty getting hold of the albums. But there were a couple of albums in the late 90s, before they did the reunion, where it was quite difficult to get hold of those albums. But I got them. I will one day, at some stage, tell you about my relationship with Duran Duran. No, with Duran Duran, the first time I got into them was when I was on holiday, and I wasn't really a bored teenager like some people are, but I think the only time I can remember being a bored teenager was on this one holiday. We went to Spain and I took loads of books with me and I didn't want to look out the window, I just wanted to read the books. And I think, I don't remember being like that at any other time in my life, just that one holiday. And I was bored, and I don't usually get bored. I usually got some writing to do, even then when I was a kid. And anyway, we went to a record shop and I picked up a copy of Duran Duran Decade. So this must have been, very late 80s, because that album didn't even come out to the late 80s. And it really cheered me up for the rest of the holiday. So that was the first time that Duran Duran, sort of stepped in and cheered me up in a bad moment. One day I'll tell you about the second time, which is a lot more sad. Anyway, those are our 3 albums. I hope you enjoyed that. I think it's time to move on now, though. Let's move on. Leave the vinyl vaults and head on out there to see what else is going on.
Ask nicely. If you're looking for love, you should ask for it nicely. Don't go getting all sleazy or try being too spicy. You've got to charm them a bit. Don't go bulldozing in. Don't swoop down from above like some bird on the wing, with your angry eyes flashing and your talons out sharp. You'll have far better luck with a halo and harp. If you're looking for hugs, really show them you mean it. Don't go bearing your soul, 'cause they've already seen it. Did you want to be cosseted like some charity case? Well, you've got to ask nicely. Enjoy the thrill of the chase. If you're looking for trouble, why not ask for it nicely? Good manners are cheap, do not cost and aren't pricey. If you'd like a good kicking, don't presume it's your right. You must send a kind letter, yes, and keep things polite. If you wish to be ransacked, or you'd like a quick ravage, if you've egg on your face or you look pretty savage, if you're good at fake tears, if you've done it, you've plundered, why not stage some large tantrum in the hope you'll be plundered? Are you snappy or rude? Did you beg on your knees? No, you did not ask nicely. No, you never said please. If you're looking for power, you must ask for it nicely. You've got to know what you want and then request it precisely. If you're keen to take charge, not be ripped off completely, you must gain their respect. Make them smile at you sweetly. You must not let them sleep nor allow any slack. Simply poke them or prod. Yes, keep up your attack. If you're looking for influence, then you've got to demand it. You've got to hold their attention. You must boldly command it. You should tease their affection and not harshly destroy it. For if you bully them nicely, they might even enjoy it.
I know many of you listening think that I'm a bit batty, a bit gaga, a bit and you'd be right. Yes, I am a little bit of all 3 of those. But I don't know. It's very difficult because I come from work and today it was really, really tiring at work. The books were fighting and we were trying to shelve them and they were just squabbling. Now, putting the books back is usually fine. If you put books about Europe together, they usually get on. Well, maybe not the ones on Europe because there's so many differences. That's a bad example. But okay, books on France, they all get on fine. They're all from the same place. Unless one of them is sort of saying something negative, of course, That can cause problems. Yeah, well, none of these are very good examples. Everyone's fighting. And as you can imagine, trying to put the books back in the religious section is an absolute nightmare, because you've got all sorts of religions all in the same section, all in the same cupboard, and they're fighting and they're arguing. And I can tell you, it's at least once a week I go to that cupboard and the glass has been smashed in the door because some book on religious beliefs has argued with another book on a different religious belief. And it's the same with politics section. I mean, the more I think of it, the more I think there are very few sections in the library that get on with each other. You'd think, as I say, you'd think that books on France would get on with each other, but that's, you know, it really depends on what stance the book is written from, what point of view. I shall take you around the books, perhaps in the summer holiday when there's less people around. I shall show you them. We'll get them talking. You'll hear them. They actually talk, and they're not against being quite rude to me, to be perfectly honest. So, anyway, busy day at work, come back home, and I'm watering the plants, and the plants start criticising me. Oh, you need a shower, they say, or, oh, look at him, get a haircut, beardy, you know, beard's too long, beard's too short, and they're just very rude. They're perfectly well watered, they're in a nice window, got plenty of sun coming in. The trouble is, a lot of them are cacti, and they can be spiky at the best of times. Anyway, I want you to witness this. I'm going to take you, and we're going to speak to them. You just see. You just listen. And if you don't hear it, then maybe it's my imagination. But, right, I'm in my house now. We're going to go and speak to the plants. Hello, plants. It's me, Paul, Mr. Yeti, the person who feeds you. I haven't come here today to give you water, because I gave you water earlier, and if I give you too much, it won't be good for you. So, I just want you to say hello. I'm doing my podcast at the moment. So, I just wondered if you wanted to say hello to the listeners. Any of you. What about you, sir, over there with the spikes, the really big spikes?
You're talking to me? You want me to speak to you? Well, how much are you going to pay me, eh? How much are you going to pay me? I don't do this sort of thing for free.
See what I mean? So the Fed's so, you know, quite rude.
What are you saying, eh?
I don't like him. I don't think he's very nice at all. Coming over here, he's got no right. Should leave us alone.
Look, I don't want to cause any trouble. I really don't. You're all lovely cacti. I love cacti. I feed your friends. I brought you here. You would have been in a horrible garden centre if it wasn't for me.
That's what you might think. But we were hoping that we were going to get bought by somebody with a bit more money. Somebody who had a bit more class. Somebody who had a really big house. I wouldn't want to be on this, you know, we're on this bookshelf or whatever you're putting us on. There's loads of us up here. There's no space to move around.
I don't think you're meant to move around, are you? You're plants.
Plants, he says. Plants. We're just plants. Just plants.
No, come on now. I don't want to start an argument. I didn't say you were just plants, but you are plants. I mean, you are. Some of you are succulents, some of you are cacti. You know, you're plants, and I think you're supposed to stay in the pot. At least that's what I'm led to believe.
Oh, he's led to believe it, is he? Led to believe it, or what does he know? How many plants do you know? How many plants do you know who get to live their lives as they're supposed to? You just know about pot plants.
This is true. I just know about pot plants. So I'm terribly sorry if I've got it wrong. I'm terribly sorry that you expected something better, bigger, and that you've got stuck with me. I'll do my best to rectify the situation. I'll try and work harder and get a bigger flat with more window sills and bookcases and
You should probably go now. You've caused enough trouble. You've caused enough upset. You should probably leave us alone now.
Yes, I'll leave you alone. I'm very, very sorry, and I really didn't mean to cause. I won't bother you again. I'm just going now. Gosh, did you hear all that? I could probably hear me. I should probably go back into the living room. You hear what they're like? It's the cacti and the succulents. They get together. They goad each other on, you know. So, I don't get any rest from it. I'll say, back in the library, and they'll be all bickering as well. But I won't share that with you this time. Anyway, we should probably move on. Just wanted you to see what I have to put up with.
Has he gone?
I think so, yes.
Oh, the bloody cheek of the man. Thinks he can come and poke his pointy microphone thing at us.
I know. It's dreadful. It's really very dreadful indeed. I was quite upset.
Don't worry, Mavis. He'll be fine.
Oh, I don't mind. I just like some warning in advance, that's all.
Well, it won't happen again.
No, it won't happen again. It won't happen, will it? But surely.
I'll get my spikes. I'll get them all sharpened. When he comes close to us again with that microphone, then he'll get a big prick.
Ooh, you naughty man. Ooh, that sounds naughty.
Yes, well, I didn't mean it like that. You always take things I say the wrong way.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, well, no bother. Oh, dear.
This time I've got some more clips to share with you from old episodes of Sutton Park. The first clip I'm going to play is from episode 501, and it's a scene between myself and Harry, who's been a guest on the show, and I can't possibly explain everything that was going on, except this is during a period where my character has been time travelling, and he's met a slightly different version of Harry from a slightly different time, and this version of Harry has caused Paul to see some strange visions, and anyway, he's seen the visions, and now Paul is about to speak to Harry again to ask what on earth has just happened. Now, I think this episode is probably from 1994, at a guess, but I haven't yet seen a date on the episode, so yes, I would say 1994, probably summertime. Okay, here we go.
What was that? What happened? Hey, Harry, whatever you are, tell me what's happening. Oh, Harry, where? What was that I saw? There was something in my mind. Well, what did you think you saw? I was in your room, and there was this strange bloke on the bed, and this woman came in the room, and there was all this laughter, and you were there, but it wasn't you, well, someone was there.
I was just having a laugh, really. I was just projecting that into your mind, just for a laugh.
Well, that thing in the kitchen?
Yes, that's right, it was all projections.
Spooky corridors and things?
That's right, yes, it's just, me, I was feeling all those sort of feelings of trepidation and stuff. Isn't it sort of fun? It's like virtual reality, really. It's great
Not fun. I thought it was real. What we were doing, we were walking around, and suddenly I'm there.
Well, people pay for that sort of experience, thank you.
Look, I've had it with you. I've done my work. I've done my work in Sutton Park. I've gone well failed, not for any fault of my own.
No.
I want to travel back home.
Right,
Just
fair
get me
enough.
back.
Right,
I want to go back home.
Anywhere, like Sherborne.
No,
anything.
home, my
Anywhere.
place. I'd like to go to my house
Sherborne or your house.
in 1934.
Right. Okay, right. In 1994?
Yes,
Not 1944 or something?
No.
No, nothing?
I would like to go back home.
Right.
So,
Well, I don't know, it might or might not happen.
look, I want you to send me back. I want you to send me back.
But I don't have the power to do that. Didn't you realise that?
Oh, great.
Our next clip comes from May 1996, from episode 1365. It stars myself, Mr. Trowbridge, who appeared in one of the other clips I put on, and a character who was his assistant in this particular episode, but who hadn't previously been in any episodes and didn't appear again. So I haven't got much to say about But this is during a plot where we did a sort of Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde plot with one of the puppet characters. Of course, I did the voices for. Mr. Trowbridge was involved with seeing if he could cure this particular puppet's problems. And, right, well, this is what happened. There are a few silly bits and pieces here.
Hello viewers, we're here. Basically, just to let you know, Warner's here, Gongos and Amities are here, but we're at a country park. I don't know why we've chosen to come here quite, but Jay's going for his checkup, Barlow's here, and as everyone's wandering around in different directions, and we'll just see what happens, basically. Hello. Hiya. I've just gone to check myself that I'm better now. But it's Mr. Trowbridge here, but there's somebody else.
Where?
Who's that? Who are you?
Can't see.
Who are you?
I'm Dr. Notley. That's right.
Oh, hi.
Hello.
She's nice. She say nice things. Oh, do you think I'm better then from your pills?
Well,
maybe Dr. Notley. Am I better? Because I wasn't well.
You look better. You sound alright.
Oh, thank you.
You can tell from the eyes. What's that?
I don't know. I don't know what you're doing with your eyes.
I just had a look at you. I can't really see. There you are. Well, you've sort of got pupils and things, so I suppose that's a good sign. They're not glowing sort of red evil.
No, not evil. Where's my friend Barlow then? Do you know where Barlow is?
Well, he was living with me, but
I can see he's playing hide and seek. Oh, shall we go and find him then? Yeah, you have fun, Jay. Play hide and seek now. We're going to lose them all. Horner and Gungos and Amities and everyone wondering. Hello. Hiya. Yes, you met Jay, have you?
yeah.
Yes. He's a little devil as well, I can tell you.
I've not seen his horns.
No, well, I have. Is this pig going to fall down then?
Well, if I push hard enough, yes.
No, I don't.
Seems to be leaning a bit.
It is, because he's pushy. You got some super strength or something?
Not today, thank you, no.
So, how's Barlow going then? Have you got any developments? Because if in the moment I'm not right, you don't think he's exaggerating?
He's either on something.
Quite possibly.
Like about 20,000 a year, probably. Or I'm concerned for his sanity, quite honestly, because he's seen the witch. Nobody else has, as far as I can tell.
It could be just a figment of his own imagination.
A little tiny warped mind.
I mean, he could be mad.
Well, I'd be fairly cross.
That was the cliffhanger to episode 1365. This bit's from 1366. Barlow is one of Little Jay's puppet friends.
Playing a hide and seek with Mr. Barlow, he's not very good. Yeah. I think he's probably something or other. Well, so there seems to be no development with Barlow. I think, as I've said, I'll probably take Barlow back to my house for a little bit the next few days or so, because I'm not working at the moment, as you know. So maybe we can but yeah. So if I could take Barlow, I'll take Barlow back for a little bit and see if I can develop. Try maybe.
Not literally, that would be hideous.
No,
I see.
Oh no. But do you really think he could be mad though? Or at least hallucinating.
Well, I mean, he's working on this series, so I mean, his sanity is already in question.
Have you told Dr. Notley about, does she know about Sutton Park?
Do you know about Sutton Park? I think you did, didn't you?
Yes, I do.
Good. So you're aware how...
All knowing.
You're aware, good. So you're aware of how dangerous,
Which way are we going?
that way. So you're aware how totally dangerous and everything it is.
Evil.
You're very brave,
I am. I have courage.
You have courage. Isn't that a type of beer?
It's a beer, isn't it?
Oh,
Very nice beer.
Oh, I have courage as well. Are you buying?
I thought this.
Oh.
So I think it's Coca-Cola, but I'm not sure.
I can't see Barlow. He's not playing the game properly. I should have gone back to see that Mr. Dr. Notley and Mr. Trowbridge, because they talk better than Barlow does. At least I'm all better now, and I'm not going to turn into an evil thing. I've walked into trees. Not very good. It's very silly when you walk into the tree because you hit your head. Oh. It's this way.
All this stuff grew up overnight.
Why did he have to walk into that? He walks up the... No. dear, oh dear.
Got the money, I wouldn't go in there. You know you've got a dinosaur on the end of your finger.
Oh, so happy.
Have you had that on your finger long?
Well, I don't know. I've only just noticed it.
What? Is it so violent? Obviously.
Wow, can't get it off.
Something to do with me.
I think we'd have to. Is it hurting?
Wow, I think it's cutting off my circulation a bit.
Right,
So
yeah.
your finger's going to fall off then.
Wow,
Just a minute.
There's probably a bit of blue under.
Just a minute. There's one dinosaur around. Do you think there could be more dinosaurs around?
What, I just thought,
What?
all those years ago, the dinosaurs, remember the dinosaurs? Jurassic Park? I've just fallen over.
Sorry. Compose yourself. Jurassic Sutton Park?
You remember that?
Yes, I remember that.
Yes, I know.
Yes, get the point. Yeah.
Oh, yes. Didn't you leave all the dinosaurs?
I left the dinosaurs on Bouncy Island, didn't I?
Oh, but very close to Bouncy Island here.
Do you mean that dinosaur could have swum over here?
Yes.
So, if that is one dinosaur, there could be more dinosaurs and lots more. So we could get attacked by dinosaurs that want to grab our fingers and cut our circulation off.
Excellent.
They could do that. They could rule the world. They could cut everyone's circulation off. This is world domination.
That cliffhanger was the end of episode 1366. You'll hear mentioned there, yes, we did do a spoof on Jurassic Park. It was called, as you could hear, Jurassic Sutton Park. And yes, it mainly involved lots of plastic dinosaurs being held by their tails and wiggled in front of the camera. What more would you expect from Sutton Park?
Good grief. Holy old plot lines, Batman. Blooming dinosaurs from Bouncy Island, they seem to have escaped. I'm sure they probably escaped before, but probably some of them left, I can't remember. Oh dear. And now it looks like Dr. Notley's got the advanced guard of a new regime of dinosaurs stuck on her finger, trying to cut her blood circuitries off. Circuitries? Could you focus on me, please? I'm evil. Thank you. Oh, good grief. Is it... Don't let the blood go down. Keep your finger up.
I swear my finger's going to drop off in a minute if it doesn't come off.
I think we need a weapon.
A weapon? I just hope this is just the advanced guard and there's no more. Quick, you hurry. Just don't worry. Hit it. Just go. I can't.
Get it on.
Oh yeah. It seems to have bitten into your face. Do you know that you've got? It seems to
What?
It seems to be dead.
I'm not surprised.
Does that mean that there's something funny in your blood?
Probably.
There probably is, boy. Do you think there is?
My goodness.
Very likely. You seem to know that.
You have killed it. It must have bitten in the sort of...
Good job too.
Good job too.
You know this is made in Hong Kong.
God.
The next bit isn't a very long clip, but do you remember in the episode where we talked to Clive the Clock? He wasn't that flattering about having worked on the show, but in this clip, Paul has gone to Sutton Park after having not been there for a while, and he takes Clive with him to help find some mysterious voodoo type thing that is in Sutton Park. Yes, all very exciting. And Clive is advising.
Come on, Clive. You've got to help me out on this one. Clive. 6:10 p.m. Oh my God, we jumped again. Clive, are you okay? You're worth... Clive?
11 p.m.
You okay? Thank goodness, I thought you'd gone from here then. How far are we away from the witch's camp? Well, where am I going to find these breathing things? Well, look, come on, you've got to tell me before you drain the power again.
11 p.m.
Well, this was the camp. Well, it's all been dug up, hasn't it? What am I going to do? Where?
11 p.m.
Well, there's obviously other than the search for it. Well, it's around here somewhere, it must be. Whatever's left of her camp, there must be some of her things here somewhere, possibly, surely. What do you think? I mean, can you help me?
11 p.m.
What?
12 p.m.
I'm doing what?
12 p.m.
I'm standing on it. Standing on what?
6:12 p.m.
Oh, terribly dramatic. Perhaps you can see why Clive was a little bit unhappy about his role in the show. His lines weren't particularly exciting. Still, they seem to make more sense to us than they did to him. This clip is from one of the very last episodes of Sutton Park, though I don't think I knew it at the time. It's episode 3158, I think. It was around the time I was changing jobs. I think I'm giving a bit of a soliloquy about what's going on and the ideas, and I wasn't filming that much at this stage, and the story was getting a bit disjointed, and I was also writing scripts, and we were doing those separately. A series called The Copernicus Files. All of Sutton Park was generally ad-libbed, so this was a bit different to have a script. I think ultimately that project didn't work so well because we all were used to ad-libbing, and we all liked ad-libbing, and whereas it was very easy if we were ad-libbing just to turn up on the day and just do it. Learning lines is a lot different. A lot of us who were in Sutton Park had been in my friend Nick's films, and we'd learned scripts for those, but Sutton Park was recorded a lot more regularly. Yeah, a lot of people just liked to turn up on the day, and that was the good thing about Sutton Park, you could do that. Anyway, here's me giving what is possibly one of the last performances on the show before we gave the show a rest for 10 years. We did come back in 2010, those episodes are on YouTube.
Beaches Archives. I'm supposed to be in control of Beaches. You haven't been here for ages, but I checked upstairs and it was fine, it was working, it was running, it was everything. Somebody else is in control of things upstairs and not me. I just come down to the archives to try and find out who. My name's been crossed out and I can't read who's been replaced. I asked them to show them to my office and they sent me down here to the archives. They've recognised me, but what's going on? Everything's confused. I asked them about the archives and they said that it was being relocated. Things were being moved from here. It was going to be a different building in London. The central offices were going to move to London. This place is closing down, being relocated. The removal men are coming in tomorrow. I asked them how long since the new boss had been here. They thought I was mad. Couldn't understand why I couldn't remember. I was the controller, I think, once this place, the archives. I used to work in the archives. That was when the other controller was here. The evil controller, but I worked for him, but I took over and I think I wanted to see the new controller. I wanted to meet him and they said he was on holiday. Something's been going strange. It's like everything's slipping away again. All the reality, all my memories, everything that I'm sure of, it's starting to come away. And I can't find out what's going on in the other dimension. There's got to be some connection between what isn't going on in the other dimension and the reason that everything's becoming so confused. It had stabilised, but it started back in Las Vegas, or before then even. It's all getting so confused. Got to find the controller, the new controller, find out who he is. I have a feeling once I know who the new controller is, it'll all make sense. Everything will make sense.
That was pretty much one of the last episodes. That was filmed on the 29th of December 2000. Just before that, we'd been away to Las Vegas. Nick and I had been there, and we'd been filming over there, but we'd got to the stage where we weren't filming very much. I think possibly we started up again, what with that trip in early December 2000. Chance to go to America made me want to film a bit more, a few more episodes, and the 29th of December, I think I possibly was filming at my old work. That's one of the last days I had at one of my old jobs, so I think I was just sort of filming the library when all the staff had gone. I think the library in that job I occasionally used as the Beaches Archives, Beaches Broadcasting being supposedly the company that made Sutton Park, or that my character worked for. So I never had a definitive ending because I never really intended to stop, but that probably is the nearest good sort of point that does sort of not exactly conclude things, but it shows a sort of end of the series. I may find that I did record one or two things after that, but I kind of got in my head. It's only coming back to the tapes and watching things now that you realise some of what you did record, because I never got to the stage of editing those much. I only edited about half of the series because I always had such a big backlog of episodes. As I say, sort of around 2010, 2011, I was recording a few new episodes because we were nearly coming up to the 20th anniversary, and it was about 10 years since I'd last filmed, and I thought it'd be quite nice to see what the character was doing 10 years later. As I say, all those episodes are on my Mr. Shayetti YouTube page or under Shayetti on Vimeo, so you can see those. And I tried to make the episodes as much like the old ones as possible. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed some more of these clips. I like to try and make the Shy Life podcast as different as possible, and I like to try and show you some of the things that I used to get up to. And Sutton Park was 8 years of my life, basically, back in the 90s. So, and because at the moment we're going back and we're kind of trying to preserve the episodes as much as possible, I will from time to time probably find a few clips that I want to share. So I hope you'll enjoy them anyway. Right, moving on. This episode, I've got a little surprise guest for you. So, usually we haven't talked to him directly. Usually we just get a message. He leaves me a message, just chatting away. But I thought we'd actually do a conversation this time. Please say hello, my Yeti Uncle John.
Oh, hello. Hello, everybody. It's nice to be here. I feel a bit shy. You're the one who's shy, though, aren't you?
That is right. I am Shy Yeti, of course. So, Uncle John, what have you been up to recently? Have you been doing anything interesting, or you usually go on holiday this time of year, don't you?
Oh, yes, I usually do go away this time of year, but I don't know this time. I haven't decided. I haven't got any real sort of plans. But, yeah.
Summer holidays coming up. It's not long until I'm going away.
Oh. Well, that's nice. Are you going with one of your friends? Or, what's going on, hey?
I'm actually pretty much going to be by myself. Callum might be coming along just for a day, but I've got a cottage down in Kent. It doesn't belong to me. I've just organised it, and usually I do go away with friends, but I thought it would be nice because the weather's so awful this time of year, or it has been. The last, is it 3? Could be 4 summers. I've gone away like the first. Well, it's usually been the first week in August or sort of late July.
Oh yes, I remember.
Oh yeah, I like going to the Lake District.
Oh, the Lake District's lovely. I can understand that. There are lots of things to see on the Lake District.
Yeah, that's why I always thought it was lovely around Keswick, where we usually go. But I went 1 year. I lose track of the years now. But so what? Last year was 2015. The year before 2014. I think it might have been 2012 and 2013. It might have even been the year before that. I lose track of how many times. Sometimes I do the same holiday twice. And last year we went to the Lake District. I went with different friends. In 2012, I think it was quite nice. I think it was okay. You know, some days nice, some days not so nice. And my friend Paul came.
Oh yes, he was on your podcast. You went to school with him, didn't you? Yes. Oh, he's a good talker. He does good talking. He's a funny man.
He is quite amusing, isn't he? Yes. And so I think he came along for a bit. He's got a car, so we were able to drive around. And I think Callum joined me. The following year, I went with my friend Toby, and I think we hadn't known each other that long. I think it was one of our first holidays. So I thought it would be nice to take him out and show him around the countryside and show him the Lake District. But and Paul came then again and bought his car, but it rained a lot more, and there were days when we were by ourselves. It was really awful. But
oh yes, well it can be. It's funny, isn't it? It can be really awful in August just because it's the summer.
Exactly. So then the last 2 summers, 2014, 2015, I went with a friend to Grange over Sands, which is like another part of the Lake District, much lower down, nearer.
Near Morecambe, isn't it? Near Morecambe and Lancaster and Preston.
Exactly. Well done. I must have sent you a postcard.
You did send me a postcard, yes.
Yeah, so we went there, and the first year I went to Grange, my friend and I hired a car, and it was a bit stressful, to be honest, because the roads are so small, and although my friend was used to driving sort of back home, we were just talking about normal roads. These are small lanes, and it was difficult to sort of I was trying to navigate, and I mean, we didn't drive right up from London. We just got the car in Morecambe area, sort of. But we went to Blackpool. We had some nice days, but again, the weather wasn't good for August. And then I went last year again with Toby, and that was just raining most days, and I wasn't very well last year. I mean, with my legs and things.
Oh, yes, we all know, yes. Oh, that was bad, Paul. You had a bad year, didn't you, last year? It's just no fun, is it?
Well, you know, we got the odd nice day or so, but fortunately our our apartment, we were 3 floors up. But anyway, there was this playground quite close. So around the time that it was sort of tea time and the parents were getting the dinners ready, the kids were all sent to go off playing on the playground, which was great probably for the parents, but not so great for the people who lived in those apartments, which included us.
Oh no, that's really not good, is it? Oh dear. So you going back to there or somewhere different this year?
I'm going to the place in Kent, near Folkestone. It's a place I've been to before. I've been there with my parents, been there with various different friends, but this time decided that I'm going by myself, because I don't know if you understand, but I kind of want a few days to myself, really, so I can get on with writing and editing and recording the podcast, and I'm pretty adaptable.
Oh, that's yes, I've always said that about you. Always said that about you. You're pretty adaptable. That Shy Yeti, he's pretty adaptable. I've always said that. He's pretty adaptable.
Yes, that's right. So, you know, if it rains, if it snows.
Well, I hope it doesn't snow.
Yeah, well, obviously I hope it doesn't snow too, but yeah, I mean, whatever the weather, I'll just go out there, I'll just do my thing. I won't let it stop me. But the trouble is, it can get quite stressful if you're on holiday with other people and the weather's bad, and then they get fed up or depressed, or they get grumpy, which is even worse.
Oh, nobody likes to be on holiday with a grumpy person. Oh dear, no. No, there's nothing worse, is there? I tell you, there's nothing worse. Nothing worse than a grumpy person on holiday. Yeah, I mean, you can't be putting up with it. Is there anything worse? There's nothing worse, is there? No, nothing worse. Nothing worse at all, no.
Yeah, nothing worse at all. So it can be quite stressful being on holiday when things go like that. So yeah, if I do my own thing, I've got time off. You see, there's the college where I work. You know, there's a summer break. We don't get the whole summer off. The students, the old students have gone. The new students are about to start. But the staff, you know, we have to do work. But it's a good time to take leave.
Oh, yes, you work in a college, don't you? Yes, you've been there years and years and years and years.
I certainly have. Yes, absolutely, years and years and years and years.
Yes. Do you have a ghost in that college? Because I was just wondering.
Do I have a ghost in the college? There probably are ghosts. I'm afraid I'm probably too keen. I probably want to see a ghost too much, and I never will do. I've had a look around.
Oh, you've been ghost hunting, have you? I was just wondering what happens when a ghost wants to borrow a book. Do you have the same fines and stuff? Or how can you stop them if they want to take a book and you don't want them to take it? It's difficult, isn't it? They could probably come in your library when it's like 3 o'clock in the morning and you're not there.
Uncle John, that is a very good point. Yes, they probably can, and there isn't much I can do about it. So, yeah. We don't have much trouble with ghosts borrowing books. Not we know of, anyway. I mean, there's so many of them. I mean, books, not ghosts. Well, anyway. So, yeah, I don't know what we can do about stopping ghosts borrowing books, but it's not been a big problem that we're sure of, anyway. You know, books do go missing, but I suspect that's more students taking them and not booking them out with us and then forgetting all about them. But what were we talking about? Oh, yes. So yes, I'm going to be taking some time off. I'm going away to Luxembourg at the end of the month. Well, by the time this gets edited, who knows? It'll be a lot closer to the time I'm going. But when I go to Kent, that's very early in August, and yeah, I just want a bit of time to myself. I just want to take it easy and do what I want to do. I think Callum might be popping in. Callum wants to do a walk, sort of long distance walk, and it would be a convenient place for him to come and stop with us, well, with me, at the place in Kent for a night, and then he'll go on. So I will have company just for that night, but that'll be it. And then he'll be off again, and I'll be by myself.
Oh, I do hope you won't get lonely. That would be awful.
I won't get lonely. No, it's a nice place, and you know, it's nice to have some time. But
it would be nice if perhaps somebody else came past. Somebody else maybe came to visit for a day or two. But I don't know who that might be. You know, you could have another guest.
yes, I guess I could do. I could ask somebody else, but I don't know. I think I'm quite keen to spend the time by myself and getting on with some of my projects.
Oh yes, of course, yes. I don't think I'm doing much this summer, actually. I'm quite free during August.
Really? That's interesting. You'll have to work out a holiday, go somewhere nice.
Yeah, I don't really like going on holiday by myself.
Do you not? Well, I suppose it's not for everyone.
Yes.
Uncle John, are you trying to get me to invite you to Kent?
Oh, no, whatever made you think that? Whatever made you think that? No.
Uncle John, if you want to come for a few days, of course you can come. I'm just teasing you. I have plenty of time by myself. If you want to come and visit for a couple of days, then come and visit. It'll be fun. And I don't think we'll be going very far, but you're welcome. There's a swimming pool. If you want to come, can you swim?
Oh, I can swim, but it takes about 3 hours for me to dry my fur.
Yes, because you really are very hairy, aren't you? Yes. Yeah. So, yes. Well, if you want to come and join me, then do come and join me. Anyway, so that's what's going on. Holidays and writing and all sorts of things. And I think I've said more than you have. So,
to tell you, I am a bit shy, but...
Well, it's been a bit short notice. Next time we'll think of a good subject and we'll talk about, and you can tell me something about your life, some hobby you're into, or, some places you've been.
I went to the Isle of Wight once. Oh, and I like collecting spoons. I have lots of spoons. Yes, I use them. Yes, they're very good with spooning marmalade from jars.
So, the Isle of Wight and spoons and marmalade. Sounds like a perfect subject for some discussion on another occasion. So, anyway, John, Uncle John, thank you very much for speaking to us. And yes, we'll speak. Say goodbye to the audience, or goodbye for now.
Sorry, yes. Yes, goodbye, audience. Thank you for listening. It's been nice speaking to you. Yes, I could see you. I don't know. I tried to look, but I can't see. You're quite handsome, aren't you?
Uncle John, stop flirting with the listeners. I don't know. What do you like? Anyway, okay, yes, it's time to move on now. Yes, right, let's move on.
Goodbye. Bye now. Goodbye now, yes. Goodbye.
Before I sign off, I'd just like to thank one of my listeners for their very kind letter. It's literally the first letter or email. You can tell that as a child or teenager, I used to have pen pals galore. I literally had 50 pen pals. It was all because I put an advert in the Doctor Who magazine. Doctor Who magazine still exists to this very day, but they started a pen pal section back in the late 80s, and I put my name down and had lots of people writing to me for months and months, and then even for years afterwards, because as old copies got over to the States and Canada, which took a lot longer than it does today, I still had people replying to me then. A lot of those pen pals turned into really good friends, and I still know many of them to this day. But anyway, that's rather gone off my point. I was talking about letters when I should have been talking about emails. And yes, I have received my first email, and it couldn't have been from a nicer person. It couldn't have been from a more appropriate person. It was from Toppie Smelly, who was probably the biggest influence in me wanting to do a podcast. I listen to a great deal of podcasts, but I've been on Toppie's show, The Smellcast. Our chat appeared in 2 episodes of The Smellcast, which was a great honour. And, we have a lot in common. And he has a lot, and I'm very common now. That's a very old joke. Yes, all I want to say is thank you very much to Toppie Smelly for the letter he sent, for the email he sent. Very, very much cheered me up and made me feel like pursuing podcasting is where I should be, and that I'm forging my own little path. He was very encouraging, and I just like to thank him for that. As I say, my very first email to the Shy Life Podcast. If you'd like to be email number 2, please do write to me at shyeti@yahoo.co.uk and say things with words. That would be useful. Words make good emails. So before we move on, I'm going to share with you a few little bits and pieces from the chat that Toppy and I had, and you should go over and listen to the full thing on the Smellcast, episode 414, 415. I'll put the details in the show notes. Here are some clips.
Oh my God, we've got the listener interaction, folks. We've got Stick It Out Your Back Door. And most important of all, we have an interview. Yes, an interview with the Shy Yeti. That's today on the Smellcast. Oh boy, this is Toppy Smelly reporting from Pickle Hollow, the heart of the Finger Lakes region of New York State. That's right, I said an interview with the Shy Yeti.
Oh yeah, that's that Paul guy, right?
Yes, from overseas.
Oh yeah, like the UK.
Yes, the Londons.
Okay.
We're gonna chat with him today.
What's his deal?
What's his deal?
Yeah, I mean, like, what's he selling? I mean, what's the deal?
He's not selling anything. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
He's an interesting person.
Oh.
He started a podcast recently. I wanted to get to know him, so we're gonna chat with him today.
Oh.
Yeah, okay.
Well, is he an abominable snowman or what?
Well, I mean, possibly some of his relatives, but no, Paul's,
No, I don't know.
No, Paul's as human as you or I. Well, he's as human as me, says he.
That sort of came up when I was I've started doing that more, going places, because I like taking photos as well, and then coming back and thinking, okay, what can I write on that subject, which makes me write perhaps about different things I wouldn't necessarily think of to write about.
That's interesting. I sort of imagine that maybe, at least at times, I could just see you walking around and like giving voice to inanimate things and animals and things and just creating a story, and it seems to work like that.
Sometimes I have silly conversations with my cat, and afterwards I think, actually, I might use. It's really bad in a way, because like you're having a conversation, and then you think, oh, I've just said something that I think is really good, so I'm going to put it in a story. Particularly if you're talking to the cat and you're being silly, it can sort of make you think, oh, actually, I could do something with that.
So, and like I say, you tend to think through the head of other things, and it's so you sort of get a feeling of what life would be like if you were this animal or that thing, or things like that. If you had to describe your work, or we're speaking very general now, how would you categorize it? You being the librarian now, where would they put your books in the library?
That's a good way of asking. It's definitely sort of traditional poems or humorous poems, and so that some of it would be in the poetry section, some of it would be maybe in the horror section, but sort of black humoured horror rather than all out guts, blood and guts. It's sort of say I'm as good as either of these people, but perhaps Stephen King meets David Sedaris or something like that.
That's a good way to think of it. I sort of feel that, knowing some of your work like I do.
That's enough of that. You should listen to the real show. Thank you for listening in to episode 8. Told you it was going to be a bit of a crazy show, and it was. Next time, well, we've got something different for you, but I think it's probably best you go and have a lie down. I certainly need one. Right, I shall say goodbye then, and thank you for listening, and take care. Goodbye for now.
Hello, audience. Thank you for listening and being very supportive. It's very kind of you. Yes. Thank you. Oh, is that alright? Good enough. Alright. Oh, you going to give me that cup of tea. Oh, I'm famished. Famished I am. Oh, a little bit of cake would be nice too. Yeah, thank you.